Good afternoon, everyone. It's Tuesday, June 23rd, 2020. So looking at day 2. Vlog number 1178. I'm just editing and uploading the vlog from yesterday, so by the time you're watching this video, yesterday's vlog should already be up. Please be sure to go check it out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh my god, I'm still peeing like constantly. I don't know what it is, but just, you know, all of a sudden I'm just having to go to the bathroom like a lot. This was not the case previously when I was fat, and because I was just constantly holding it in for, you know, many reasons. So I can honestly say that my bladder is exhausted. It seems like I had been like building up a lot of liquid in my stomach and my bladder, and I wasn't actually emptying out my bladder. And so how do I explain why I wasn't emptying out my bladder? It's because like medically I just wasn't able to get up and do it, because I was like, my butt was like really big too. Anyway, so I've been like making myself, you know, do it, because I realized now looking back that it was a whole weight gain problem, and I'm really good BT dubs at that at like gaining weight and losing weight, so you know, I can easily, you know, put on weight if I want to without physically like hurting, like physiologically like damaging myself, as well as being super skinny. Like I think weighing 100 pounds and being like a size 0 is very typical for me. It's very commonplace. Being fat, on the other hand, not so much. But you know, I had to do it for health reasons, obviously. And anyway, so earlier I had the beef pasta that I made yesterday, which, by the way, I'm still trying to, you know, lose all this extra water, and really pinpoint like any other fat that I need to, like, you know, trim and whatnot. So I had some leftover hamburger helper earlier today. It kind of feels a little heavy. I mean, beef is oily, right? So I can actually like feel it, and it's really unusual. I prefer eating just the chicken corn soup a lot more, until this whole problem goes away and all this water is expelled, because, you know, I'm not sitting around waiting for fat to build up anywhere, whilst I'm still kind of carrying all this water. Wait. So I'm gonna have some more of that now, just because I have it. And I just wanted to say that last night I had beef pasta as well, and so like last night, or this morning when I got up, I still had like cheeseburger taste, because it tastes like a cheeseburger. So if you ever had a cheeseburger, that's what it tastes like. It just tastes like I had just eaten a cheeseburger in my mouth, which is a new thing, because I don't know, I literally like stopped eating fast food stuff once I started to realize, like, once the food poisoning concern had like kind of depleted or whatever, I started to, you know, watch my diet a lot more. I was just like telling myself, like, geez, just stop eating so much, because clearly that's what's making you, you know, put on weight. A plus B. So like recently, yesterday was pretty much one of the first times that I'd actually you know, eaten beef pasta for as sustenance, or like as as something to keep my hunger at bay. So I still have some of that left over. I'm gonna have some more now. Probably gonna finish that up and probably just gonna go and pick up some more chicken and just like make some chicken corn soup for a little bit. I feel like that, because it's practically like the wheat starch just kind of dissolves into water. I'm not saying that wheat starch, I mean, anything that you eat converts into sugar, especially like starch and stuff will convert into sugar. So like, I'm not saying that you should eat a lot of it, and I don't. Like, if I'm just making chicken corn soup once a week, that's not a lot at all. Especially if that's like the only thing that I'm eating. Because, you know, you have to have chicken. It's not fatty, you know, it's just all protein. Whereas beef contains fat. So, yeah. I mean, if you're trying to put on some muscle mass, then beef for sure. But anyway, we'll do that for you quickly, especially if you're like a bodybuilder, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, will not hold back on trying to, at least I'm thinking back to when the way that he used to train is like, he would consume anything in order to put on extra like body weight and then turn that into muscle. So I, on the other hand, am not, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger, nor am I planning to go into that line of work. But the chicken, it keeps everything nice and lean. It's just straight protein. Corn is what I would be more concerned about, but then again, it's just one can. And given that I did go through a whole thing where I like gained a bunch of weight, I can speak for myself and say that there's a lot worse things that I could do to my body that would make me fatter than just eating like one can of soup or one can of cream corn like once a week. That, you know, that would just sort of increase my sugar intake a little bit, because I mean, anything that you eat, it's gonna convert into sugar. So the sugar is gonna like go to all the different parts of the body where they want to go, and sometimes, you know, you can get fat from that. The rest of the chicken corn soup is pretty much just a little bit of salt, not too much salt. Obviously, like if I was going to go into great detail about it, I would say that like if I'm using 1/4 of a teaspoon, or I think it's teaspoon of salt in a large size wok, then it's not going to be too much. You can actually taste it as being too much if, you know, you put salt in there. And I think they actually recommend adding more than just like a 1/4 of a teaspoon in there anyway. I think it's like probably a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. But anyways, it's just to taste. I prefer to have no salt taste in it with just like regular table salt, but I go in with the kikkoman, and that is just pure sodium. So I don't know. Then again, I can make the calls because I you know, have a good metabolism. I can, you know, I can watch like my health, and I can sort of I keep count. Like I look at everything that I'm ingesting, So including salt and sodium, because sodium causes hypertension. So yeah, not too much of that anyway. And then I spoke to my sister-in-law earlier. She's gonna give me the bed because they need to keep the couch until like they have another, you know, set. So I thought that, yeah, just at least go ahead and I can put the bed, and then like I can worry about like the living room stuff whenever they get another set of living room furniture. You know, at least we'll have like one thing out of the way, because it is just me and my brother that's just like moving this stuff, and I know for sure that he doesn't want to do any of that. So, you know, if we can limit like the amount of like work that we have to do to little, that'd be good. It'd be much easier to deal with, one thing at a time. They're supposed to be coming over this evening because I need to get it's a bidet, so they're gonna put in a bidet, and I have to clean up this stuff. Like last night I was vacuuming, so I got a lot of the dust bunnies up, but obviously it's still not the way that I would like it to be, so it's still kind of dirty and everything. So yeah, I have to like empty out my Black & Decker, the wireless vacuum, the filter of it, and then just like run it through here a little bit more, and then just like hopefully it'll be all clean. But I did do quite a bit. I cleaned up over here and over there, not piled, but there's just still a lot more. And my brother's gonna see that pile of like cat food and cat litter, I think, if I let him into this room. And it's just gonna make him so annoyed. It makes me annoyed, and he's always just like, why do you do this to yourself? And I had a glass of milk with that, and I'm gonna have another glass of milk. Earlier I had another glass of milk. One of his feet are like on the mattress. The rest of him is just hanging off of the bed. Hey Schmoopy. Hey Schmoopy, Schmoopy, can I say hello to your foot? Snore, snore, snore. Cutie. And this leftover piece of cake. I get cravings for cake because I feel like there's something in chocolate that I require nutritionally. So yeah. I don't eat cake like, you know, it's my favorite thing in the world. Sometimes I will eat cake, but I don't know when the next time is going to be that I will buy cake, because it just depends on my craving. I won't just like buy cake. It's sporadic and like once in a blue moon. I know it's a lot. For me, that's a lot. I probably won't be able to finish all that. Literally, my potential is like a third of that, less than a third, which is kind of bad because I don't want to waste food. But I mean, I won't end up wasting it. It will just be like leftovers, and I'll just have to eat it like if it's old. But I'll probably eat it all because it's really good. I haven't had it in a while, and like I do want to test like my tolerance for it and stuff. Not good. The beef is fatty. Not gonna work if I'm trying to lose weight. If beef didn't have like oil, it would just be lean meat, and I could eat that forever. Definitely makes me miss my chicken corn soup, which is not possible. Ew, that was gross. It was like sitting on this styrofoam plate. It wasn't in its like cake covering case. So water. I have to flush out all that fat from the hamburger helper beef pasta. So I got the bidet. Not that it's any of your business. Hello, Prince. What you sneaking around for? Jigglypuff can sense my bliss after using the bidet already twice. Sheer bliss. I'm just gonna go and finish up my hamburger helper, I guess. I'm like so disappointed about the beef pasta. I love beef pasta, but like it's too heavy. I don't like the greasiness of it at all. So I'm kind of like disappointed. But anyway, I'm gonna finish that and then I think I'm gonna make some ramen. I need to go get eggs. I keep forgetting. I could also make some chicken tenders. But and I could make chicken corn soup, but I would still need eggs. Such a lazy ass. It's because of the bidet. It's because of the lack of the bidet. Kitty. Kitty. Prince. His tail is just like the wild things. Why are you so weird? Sleeping so freaking peacefully and soundfully, and then my sister-in-law freaking comes over here like a gust of wind trying to like break my door down. She's all like, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house, I don't know, down. And I'm like, before we get to the blowing of the house down, let me just stop you and open the door for you. Prince, you need a collar. You look so cute with a freaking collar. Meow, I know. Shut up and buy me it already. Why are you making fun of me? Aw, you are so cute, you silly little man. I feel as though I'm less cute without the collar. And when you tell me to get it. But you need a collar, Prince. You're not the same. It's not the same without you, without a collar. So anyway, I showed her like my room and the other room. Like I was cleaning last night because obviously these dust bunnies, they just keep on coming back. So I had to use my small Black & Decker wireless personal vacuum. Like, it's a wireless vacuum in the room next to me. Because in the corners, all of a sudden I have like a bunch of dust bunnies, right? And I can't stand it, and I can't stand it being dirty. So if it's something that I can control, you know, I'm gonna try and control it. And so I did that in there, and there was surprisingly dust bunnies like in the corners, like everywhere. It's so crazy. Like, where'd they come from? And then I also vacuumed up in this pile a little bit. That's why it's kind of like broken up since the last time you guys saw it. And what do you call it? So it was just sitting like this rather than in like a more put together pile with that pile, and there's like another pile as well. And I showed my sister-in-law, but I have like swept in here, and so, you know, and I mopped in here too, so it looks really clean. And so yeah, and the same thing in there as well. I was telling her that like I did it, and she was like, yeah, it looks really clean. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna close the vlog. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys on the next vlog.